Hans Frank, tried for leading the Nazi Party in legal terms. You held your lawyer position throughout the war and stuck with Hitler throughout.
Yes, sir. Frank has been leading the Nazi Party, and we have evidence of him being lawyer in the war.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Frank, do you have anything to say for yourself?
No, sir.
I find you guilty of committing war crimes and you are sentenced to death. Alfred Rosenberg, I tried for influencing the German citizens to join the Nazi Party and mistreating the Jewish people. And with what you are found guilty of war crimes, does the defense have anything to say in return?
No, sir.
Then with that, the defendant shall be executed.
Your Honor, I believe that Mr. Goring was the head of the Blitzkrieg and helped Hitler throughout the war.
Is this true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Goring, I find you put to death for leading the Nazi Air Force and being a leader of the whole party, which makes you a man committing war crimes. You are sentenced to death.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ribbentrop, found in performing the tasks of foreign minister of the Nazi Party.
Yes, Your Honor. We find Mr. Ribbentrop guilty of talking highly of the Nazi Party to other countries, helping them rise to power.
Is this true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well then, I hereby find you guilty of committing war crimes against this world and sentence you to death, Mr. Ribbentrop. Wilhelm Keitel, you have been found guilty of war crimes against humanity. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yes, Your Honor. All I did during this war was follow the orders of the higher authorities.
Objection. Your Honor, the defendant did not have to follow any orders. He was himself one of the highest leaders of the Nazi Party. He got to make his own orders. Here's some files of evidence.
Oh, yes. With this evidence, I hereby sentence the defendant to be executed.
Your Honor, this man's trial is one of the leaders of the camps where he killed thousands and millions of innocent men in the crematorium.
Is this true, Mr. Coltenbrunn?
Yes, Your Honor. But these were just the orders I was given.
The orders you were given, you had to follow because you were the head of the camp.
But if I did not follow the orders, then I would have been killed by the higher authorities.
Objection, Your Honor. That still has nothing to do with the crimes he has committed. He's killed millions of innocent people.
The prosecution is correct. With this evidence, I find the defendant guilty and sentence him to death. Mr. Frick, let's see what you've done. Looks like you were the head of the police in Munich and helped Hitler by helping him to have public political meetings. Seems pretty sneaky and evil.
I object, Your Honor. I was only following orders.
Objection. You had a choice whether or not to lead the police. You obviously knew about the plans to kill millions of innocent people. Guilty.
I have to agree with Mr. Jackson on this one. You were one of Hitler's top guys. I sentence you to death. Mr. Streicher, the prosecutor is putting you on trial for committing war crimes and helping the Nazis rise to power. Is this correct, Mr. Jackson?
Yes, Your Honor. Streicher was a man who printed and published newspaper articles for the Nazi, promoting or using propaganda for them, promoting their power. Here's the newspaper right here.
Yeah, okay. I see. Are you going to deny this, Mr. Streicher? Or do you admit to these crimes?
Your Honor, I admit to performing these crimes. I had no other choice. It was my job.
Nonsense! You are put to death for committing these war crimes. Mr. Jodl, you were also tried for committing war crimes upon this world.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, Jodl was military commander and the chief of operations staff for the armed forces throughout World War II. It's not a war crime, I don't know what is. He has known the plans the Nazis have had for the annihilation of millions.
Is this true, Mr. Jodl?
No, Your Honor. I was only following orders set by my boss, Mr. Hitler.
The orders that were given to you, you could have decided not to perform.
But then I would have been killed.
If you would have been killed, then you wouldn't have had committed these crimes against humanity by killing thousands of millions of Jews.
Prosecution is right, so I hereby sentence you to death because of the crime you committed against humanity.
Your Honor, this man here has helped control benevolence throughout the wars and mistreated all the citizens there.
Is this true, Mr. Import?
Yes, sir, but I was just doing what I was instructed.
So what you're saying is that you're instructed to beat people just to keep control?
No, I was told to do whatever I had to keep control.
So it was your choice to decide what to do. Your Honor, this man has beaten, even killed the Dutch citizens just to keep control.
Do you have any proof of him doing this?
Yes, here are some files.
From the evidence given to me, I find the defendant guilty of his crimes against humanity and therefore sentence him to death.